All right, I think I found it. Nice little entrance here. Perfect. All right, well, it's 3:15, just about all set up. Got my tarp up, my tent. Now I'm just gonna have a little snack break and try to find some firewood for tonight. So I wanted to make sure that I was prepared for the cold conditions on this 4-day trip. It's been at or below zero all day today, and it's going to be the same for the next several days. As far as my top goes, I have a merino wool t-shirt, long sleeve, synthetic puffy jacket. That way it still retains heat even if it gets wet. And this is a more heavy duty Army surplus Gore-Tex jacket that's quite warm and pretty tough. I sprayed it with some Nick Wax to make it a bit more water repellent since it's quite old, and it's done the trick so far. Everything's wet, everything's damp. Don't have any birch bark to get my fire started, but I do have these little Coleman fire starters, cheap and very effective. That wasn't easy to get going. Everything's so damp. This wood just doesn't want to burn. I've been trying to get this going for over 20 minutes now. Dinner tonight, gonna be some smokies. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Add some ketchup. Beautiful smoky. That is good. Dinner was good, but my fire's dying now. Just having my dessert, Kit Kat bar, then I'll be off to bed. Apple cinnamon oatmeal for breakfast. That should warm me up nicely. So the skies have cleared up, but the forecast is calling for high winds today. I want to be careful and cautious. I'm going to think about my route today. I do have a set route that I booked, but the park is empty. There was only one car at the access point when I arrived yesterday morning, so I'm going to camp and make that decision based on what I think is safest and the best choice for me to do. All right, so here's a look at the map. Yesterday I started at Canoe Lake, paddled up Canoe Lake into Joe Lake, and I'm camped right here on the east arm of Joe Lake. Now for today, given that the forecast is calling for very high winds, I'm questioning my intended route, which would have taken me into Burnt Island Lake, all the way up to Sunbeam Lake. There's a lot of open water here. The water's very cold and frigid. I don't have a dry suit. So I think the safer option would be to shorten my loop and to loop into Little Doe Lake, which is a very pretty little lake. I've never camped there before because it's always full all canoe season long. But given that I'm the only one in here, I have the option and luxury to camp there tonight if I wish. All right, on the water at 10:30. Not the earliest start.
Portage number 3. All right, so now I'm gonna have to decide whether or not I stick with my intended route with 4 more portages and a big open water crossing or a big lake, or if I change my plan and stick with a shorter route that would allow me to get to camp a lot earlier today and set up before the rain hits. I think I might go check out the big lake, see how the chop is on the water, and then make a decision from there. All right, well, decided to stick with my original route. I've got quite a few kilometers to cover now on Burn Island Lake to get to my first portage into the smaller lakes. Well, so far, seems like I might have been a little overly concerned. I've got a nice little tailwind here. The forecast of consistent 30 km/h winds and 50 plus km/h gusts. Definitely not the case right now. Wow, I am moving. Surfed a few nice swells. Need to get around this point. Actually had to take off a layer. I'm working up a sweat. Making good progress though. All right, here we go. All right, 3 more portages to go. It's going well. Oh, damn it. Just realized that I left my Pelican case somewhere. Hopefully it's at the start of this portage, which is a 500 meter, and not the one prior. We'll see. Okay. There it is. All right. Back to the canoe. This is a very pretty little lake. All right, one more portage to go. Wind's picking up a little bit, but have a look at this. A tornado passed through here a couple of years ago, and the destruction is just insane. Just complete destruction by that tornado. All right, I made it. I'm on my lake for tonight, Sunbeam Lake. Looks like the weather system's moving in. It's starting to rain a little bit to spit. So try to find something quickly, hopefully not too exposed, and set up camp. This looks really nice. Bit exposed, but I'm gonna go check it out. All right, not too shabby. Got myself a nice little shelter here, wind block. And if it starts raining, I'll just move further back in there. Perfect. Well, the rain started, but I'm nice and cozy under my tarp here. Cool.
Alright, this looks done. Another smoky for tonight. Whew. Find my ketchup here. Perfect. This tarp is doing the trick. Nice and dry under here.
It was a good day. It looks like a storm's coming in now. So I'm just gonna enjoy this fire a little bit longer until it dies. Then I head to my tent and hit the sack.
Quite a chilly morning.
It rained through the night, but I slept very well once again. Nice and cozy in my tent, in my sleeping bag. It's a cold morning today, but the forecast, if I can rely on it, says that there's 0% chance of rain today. So took the tarp down, and that would be wonderful if I can have a nice clear day. Breakfast this morning, 3 packs of maple and brown sugar, high protein oatmeal. Got to keep myself fueled up for the day ahead. Smells good already. Does that sun ever feel nice? All right, coffee number 2, my oatmeal, beautiful sunrise. Couldn't be happier. So it's just past 10:30 on the water. Beautiful, beautiful, calm, sunny morning. Just gorgeous views.
Next portage. Well, there's supposed to be a pond here, but I don't see one. I definitely won't be able to float my canoe through that, so gonna keep walking.
only got about an inch of water here. It's very mucky bottom. My paddle just sinks. Hopefully I can make it to the takeout without too much trouble. All right, Tom Thompson Lake is just ahead. Time to find myself a campsite. And there it is, Tom Thompson Lake. Wind's picking up here. Gotta check this one out. Might be a bit windy, but looks very cool. Look at that. Must have got blasted by lightning. Nice and open point with very interesting views all around. The only downside is it's going to be a little bit windy, but I can probably deal with that with the tarp. I think it's going to be it for tonight. Collected myself some firewood, headed back to the site. All right, I think that should do it. Well, this is it. My final night of my final canoe trip of the year. And just magic. All right, for the third night in a row, Smokies for dinner. All right, the bun's a little smushed, but doesn't matter. Perfect. Dinner with a view. This honestly tastes so good right now. I'm all out of buns, but I've got one more, so I'm not letting this go to waste. Well, what a fantastic trip this has been. It won't be very long before these lakes and rivers are covered in ice, and I'm very glad I was able to come out for one last trip. It was absolutely freezing cold last night. Wow. I was actually slightly concerned that the lake might be frozen over this morning. It won't be long, that's for sure. One last little fire. My fingers are frozen. This feels nice. Well, this is it. I'm all packed up. It's 10 a.m. Time to get back on the water and make my way out of the park. I've got about 15 kilometers to paddle to get out of the park. I'm going to take my time and enjoy the last paddle strokes for this year. Oh, I almost fell in the water. I don't remember that beaver dam being that high. been a few years, but the last time I passed through that, I just paddled right through it.
Little break in the clouds up ahead. Would be lovely if the sun would come out. Sun's just peeking out a little bit. Beautiful. Getting closer now. One more lake to go. I'm starting to get really hungry. All I had for breakfast was a Cliff Bar and some coffee. So I'm already fantasizing about what kind of junk food I'm gonna get as soon as I get out of here. Feels really nice to have the sun out right now. All right, last lake of the trip. Thankfully, I've got a little tailwind.
All right, that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed coming along with me, and I'll see you on the next one.
All right.